Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Going On Daily Live Morning Show, Saturday
Woo!
edition, post-holiday wrap-up. I'm guessing
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
I think it should. That sounds like a good idea. Wrapping it
Yeah,
up.
we got to wrap it up, and then we'll talk about Christmas, where you got to wrap presents,
Oh,
and
good
then
God!
it's New
Listen,
Year's, and we'll call the year a wrap. So I got to wrap.
we're armchair quarterbacking the holiday as it is now come and gone.
Yep.
So that'll be
Ah,
fun.
okay. Last week, my phone just died. And I don't mean, oh, my battery died. No, my phone died. It wouldn't take a
I
charge.
thought
It wouldn't do
aliens
anything.
took you. I did. I was like, I think the aliens got him. I think
I took that. I saw that in the group chat, and I'm like, maybe. I don't know.
it wasn't the aliens, but it was the aliens. Yeah.
And by the way, we were in the middle of the top five, which I still have to rewatch to find out if Ron got it right or not.
Did we lose you again? Oh,
Why is
okay.
that happening? See, got the new phone,
Yeah.
and it's doing things I don't want it to do, but I'll figure it all out.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
that's all part of
so
the fun.
I am in Port St. Lucie, Florida. You can see the background. Usually I have a little inside baseball, a fake background
I
in
know.
here.
And
But
now you
this
have an
time,
actual one.
no, it's uh-oh. I appear to be here. What's going on now?
I don't know. Oh, okay. All right. So that was Ira working with his phone and trying to. Uh,
Phone.
there he is. Now,
The new phone's
yeah.
going to kill me now.
So I was going to ask this question, and then we got distracted by all that technical difficulty. Is
Yeah,
it Port St. Lucie or Port St. Lucie?
Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Okay, always wanted to know that for sure.
I am at
Fun fact.
my sister and brother-in-law's house now.
Okay.
I usually put up a fake background, and ironically, it has a pool that looks a little like this one. But no, this is real for the next few days. I'm
That's
sitting
cool.
out here and
How much
just
have you
enjoying the pool.
what's the weather like down there? Is it like 60s, 70s?
Yeah, no, actually, it almost hit 80.
Okay.
And when I got off the plane, I'm still wearing a sweatshirt, and
Yeah.
I'm looking around, going, I don't like this. I don't like 80 degrees. I want 60. I want 70. I come out the next day to my family who are, having breakfast by the pool, pardon me,
I know.
and it's 50 degrees. It's the morning. It's going to
Yeah.
be a cold day, and I'm the only one in shorts and a t-shirt, and they're all bundled up because they're
Right.
all Floridified.
Yes. Although I
So
gotta say, when it is
yeah,
50 degrees in Florida, there is a bone chilling thing that happens. I don't know. It's because most of the houses are built with like a lot of asphalt around. Like they
yes,
don't have basements, so I don't know if
nope.
that's what it is or what it is. But it's something about it is actually pretty hard to shake the cold when it is raining there. But anyway, go ahead.
And it rains all the time. Although I haven't gotten any. Today's a
Mm,
little gray, but they tell me it's gonna, go back up into the 70s, and we'll be fine.
beautiful.
Before Ron already cues me, let me do the social media very quickly. Okay, folks. If you want to watch us live, well, if you're watching us live, you already know how. But if you want to tell other people how to watch us live, you can go to YouTube, Rumble, or Kick, and that's at Rhode Island Broadcasting. For Twitch, you go to at RI underscore broadcasting. If you just want to listen to us, that's fine too. It's Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, or iHeartRadio at RI Broadcasting. For Twitter, or okay, it's called X, whatever you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
at
Whatever.
Broadcasting RI. And we have social medias. We're on TikTok. We're on MeWe. We're on Blue Sky. We're on Parlor. We're on LinkedIn at RI Broadcasting. And by the way, if you go, I've never heard of some of them. Well, go find out. It's a new way. You'll get a new social media. It might be fun. There
Right.
you go. Uh,
Right.
our show, the Going On Daily Live Morning Show, has our own page on Facebook, and it is at Going On Daily Morning Show. That makes sense. Please subscribe to our Patreon because you can buy merch. We got our wonderful little logo down there. It's all wonderful and colorful. Remember, Christmas is coming up, so
Yeah.
if somebody likes us, and I believe they do you think they like us?
I don't know. I have yeah, I have imposter syndrome, so you can't ask me that. It doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah. I think people. I think there's not much you. Everything you could ever want to know or check out, I think, is
Yes.
done here. So we should keep you busy for quite a while with information
Yes.
and really
You
good
should
stuff to
enjoy
add to your
listening.
life. How do you like that?
I like that fine. And
Oh,
as Ron is
there's a
already
store.
in
Yep.
telling us, there's a store on the website where you can get merch with our little logo on there. It's going to look great. Get it for somebody who does like the show, which, as we just discovered, we think everybody does. Go to the website for the network, which is rhodeislandbroadcasting.net. And not only can you find this show, you will find other shows on the network. Some of
hmm
the hosts here have other shows. Lena, you're going to have
I'm
another
going to
show.
have a show. We are working on. We've already got it in the can. We're editing and we're coming up with logos and fun stuff. So yeah, that'll be soon. Hopefully.
And I have another one called Circling the Drain podcast, which is supposed to make you forget about your problems and make you laugh.
Yep.
And there's also a Hall of Fame vote. Let's see if he puts it up. Come on, Ron. There we go. For the Hall of Fame, Best Actor: Philip Seymour Hoffman, Sean Penn, Robin Williams, Gene Hackman, or Tom Hanks. So go to Rhode and pick your favorite actor of all time. Now, it is November 29th. Wow, it's Saturday, which
It's
means we
crazy.
went to Thanksgiving already.
Yeah.
Lena, how was your Thanksgiving?
Mine was good, but I don't have a traditional Thanksgiving. I usually don't. So I usually work on holidays, and I'm talking all of them.
Right.
So, I just make my money is just too good to not to turn down on days like that. And most of my family's out of state or passed on anyway, so I don't have a huge amount of family locally. But I do have a lot of. I have a friend network that I built. Like what do you call it? Your second family, your built family.
Yes.
Your
Your
so
chosen family.
my chosen family, that's what I was looking for, and, they did, a Thanksgiving dinner for me on the 8th, and, like, I have a few boomer friends that are now, retired, right? They're friends of mine, I've known them for years, I met 'em on a job that we used to work together, and we get
Right.
together, like, once a month if we can, and so they decided this year or the person that hosted decided that she wanted to put a Thanksgiving dinner together because she knew I was working that day, and the rest of them
Ah,
I tried to talk her out of it because it's a lot of work, it's just a lot of work.
it
But she's
is,
like,
but
"No, no, I went to the store and I picked up this and I picked up that and I didn't cook it." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine. It's okay if you're not going crazy because it's so much." But anyway,
you're worth
I
it.
already
Come
I had
on.
my Thanksgiving, I guess, but I don't think even I just don't. This is
I know
the
you don't want anybody
personality.
to make a fuss over you. I
I
know.
don't, and I think it's crazy, to just be who you are and just be in my life. I'm good with that, but we just kind of we did the whole thing where we dished and we had the right pieces or right parts of the meal and our turkey and our vegetables and all that, so it was fun. I already did that for me, and then what I do on the holiday is it's most people think it's sad, but it isn't. I go to this local store up here and
Yay.
they have like a butcher and they do a bunch of packaging of foods that they do just in general, and they have
Nice.
a little section of just like a one person meal thing that they put together and they put it. So I just bought myself a little turkey, like little turkey vegetable, little stuffing potato, one serving. Got myself a can of cranberry sauce, and that's what I do. Right. Plus, I made a today. It's that day where I have a lot of time for free. I'm there to do my job, but it's very slow,
Yeah.
obviously. So hey Brenda. So I made a big bunch of meatballs, for the
Ooh, morning, Kim.
weekend. Uh, morning, Kim. Kim, you and I have to have dinner very soon. And so 30, 40, well, 30. I'm not going to, 40 is exaggerating. 30 meatballs and some sauce that just sat in a crock pot for 5 hours. And I just did all of that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, cool it down, wrap it up, make sure some of it's in the freezer. So I have some ready meals. So, just stuff
Mm,
like that because there's time to crock pot chicken. There's time to just get stuff done in the kitchen. You can kind of come and go, and there's not a whole lot of activity in your job. So that was my dog and I did our hike, our usual hiking thing
Aw.
the night before, and we went last night, and so it's fun. This is a good time of year for me. I love it. Wood stove is going. And well, hopefully, we do not lose Ira again because you just went dark. Oh, there you are. Nope. Okay, he'll be back in a second. I feel like this is a pattern that's
Apologize.
developing.
Yeah.
There you are.
I
Yeah.
apologize.
So
I don't know. My alarm keeps going off even though I've shut the whole thing off, and then
okay.
it knocks me out. So
Oh, okay.
apologies for what is going on. I'm going to have to go through an entire like
That's
reboot on
okay.
this thing once I get it.
So yes,
Uh,
Ira's an old man and he's learning a new technology here. So we
no,
have to
it's
give him
just
some.
like I just got it and I haven't had a chance to go through everything and set it up
Yeah,
because
that's true.
I'm like, oh, I have life to live. I have things I have to do. I
I
don't
know,
have
I know.
an hour to sit
Listen,
down and go,
going on
oh,
daily and this 1 hour a week this is your life. Everything else has come second. What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. You're right. I'm gonna
Frustrating.
I'm gonna tell my daughter right now. You're on your own. No, that's it. Tell the dog
So
too. No, no. Do whatever you
right,
need to.
Kim, you
People
need
are
to come over
watching me right
here.
now, going,
Yeah,
"What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm
I
good.
know.
Hi.
That's
Say
okay.
hi to all the people in Port St. Lucie. There they go. Um,
All right. Yeah.
so
So
for
anyway,
Thanksgiving,
yes.
uh, due to my schedule, this is the first time I've ever traveled for a holiday because I always looked at people and went, "Why would you want to do that to yourself? It's
It's a lot.
it's crowded. It's you're worried about making connections and
Yeah,
connecting flights and all that.
it's a lot.
It's ridiculous." But of course, my sister and brother-in-law moved to Florida a few months ago, and the first
Hmm.
thing they said was, "You're coming down for Thanksgiving." So we're all down here. So I flew on Thanksgiving.
That's actually not
It
as bad.
was
It's not as bad.
it was not at all.
Yeah,
Everything was
people are already
perfect.
where they're at by that time.
Loved it. Yep.
Yeah.
The plane took off on time. We got here, but my daughter and I, who traveled together, we
Hmm.
did not eat. We went, okay, Thanksgiving's coming. I don't know when they're going to serve. We'll get here. Well,
Hmm.
we took an 8 o'clock flight, got here at 11, got to the house 12 ish,
Hmm.
and it was when's dinner? Oh, that's going to be at 5 o'clock.
Hmm.
And we just sat there looking at each other, all of us in the house now, going, "Oh, no, nobody's eaten yet." So by the time they actually served everything, gone.
Yeah,
We had devoured everything. And to you people who don't like turkey, Ron, yeah, I'm talking to you. You haven't had it the way my sister makes it because it's tender, juicy, and just amazing with all
I
the
love it.
sides.
I love
And
it.
then the next day,
Yeah.
we used to have Friendsgiving,
Hmm.
which was everybody brings over their leftovers. Let's get rid of it. We had a game night, do that. Well, now we're in Florida, and we did it again. It was less
That's cool.
people. I met new people. I had turkey again, so I
Hmm.
love that.
Yeah,
And now we're in the home stretch for we're starting for Christmas automatically. Why is it that we can't actually relax for a minute?
I don't
It's
know. I don't have a problem
Halloween,
with it.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and then rest.
Because life people have no chill, and I've heard, and I don't have statistics in front of me, but I have heard this from several radio shows and over the years and talking about it. People are not happy with like the status quo. They're just not. They don't like the holiday season. I don't know if it's seasonal depression
Oh,
or
maybe.
loneliness or the cuffing season nonsense or whatever it is where people feel like they have to be with somebody or they can't be by themselves for 5 minutes. And so they
Please.
have to occupy themselves with decorating until they vomit because if they don't do that, like there's dopamine and there is a brain chemistry to it where people are, I don't know if it's serotonin or whatever it is that they feel like they're not getting at this time of year, and they need
Possibly.
like things to look forward to and stuff to plan. And I'm talking to there are people that I don't know, just can't go, okay, like let's just have 2 weeks that are 2 weeks that don't have anything to do with anything. Like that's very depressing for some people for some reason. Again, I don't have a problem with it. Before the December 15th, I don't deal with Christmas. I don't. I refuse. I'm like not. I'm
That's
not going to
fine.
be pushed into a social what's the word I'm looking for? Like a confirmation of people trying to push me into something on that because it makes them feel better. I don't
Right.
have a problem with it if somebody else does it. I just don't think that everybody else should have to like conform to that because so that's
I
how
agree.
I mean, when I was a kid, we did the initial okay, Thanksgiving's over. It's Black Friday. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Black Friday being a crazy thing that it was, and we didn't get involved in Black Friday, but we would. My family was very big on people watching, so we would
Oh,
do a
that's awesome.
Thanksgiving dinner wherever we were, and we would
Yeah.
hang out for the night and eat and talk and drink coffee and whatever. And right around midnight, we would get in a car with our tumblers, with our coffee to go, and we drive to some store. Whatever store was the store that was nearby, just watch people be ridiculous from the parking lot. You know what I mean? Like, let's sit and just talk and watch these people lose their minds. And that became a tradition. My sister and I,
I love
haven't done
that.
it, but yeah, that was our tradition was to just go watch that. I mean, I have friends that have kids that in the '90s and stuff that they would do that. They would just go after Thanksgiving and sit, take their lawn chair and sit out in front of some store to get whatever the thing was. I don't know, Elmo or whatever was going on. There's certain toys that were a huge deal
Right.
that parents wanted to make sure they got first come first serve
Uh,
on. And much like concert tickets where you're sitting out there for 2 days, trying to get a bracelet so you can
well, it
come back
used to
get a
be.
ticket.
Yeah.
It used to be like that when we were younger. So I don't know. I do love, but I do love people watching. So, hats off to the people that do that so that they can give us something to watch from the parking lot when they're all knocking each other out for these big screen TVs or whatever it is that's going on. I don't think I guess it still happens. I feel like it's probably not like it used to be, but
No, because
because
everybody
there's so
shops
much
online
online,
now. Yeah.
so it's different, but it was a time. Is all I'm gonna
Tickle me
say.
elbow.
It was a
Yeah.
time. I don't want to be like that old lady in the bar that talks about like when I was a kid, blah blah blah. But I mean,
Well, it was
it's
funny. You're telling a story. You're
yeah,
not lying at all. I
it
mean,
was.
I've done it. My favorite memory, and I don't know why it sticks with me, is we kind of did that.
Hmm.
A couple of friends of mine, we were just like, well, we're not going shopping,
Hmm.
but let's see which stores are getting big lines. And I remember going by Best Buy and Toys R Us, and they had these huge lines. And then we ran by Office Max, and there were three people waiting outside Office Max to open. And I just thought
Isn't that
that was
crazy?
the
Where we
most
could just be
hysterical
like,
thing
all
ever.
right, let's discuss what would be the issue going on at Office Max. Just like the conversation around that is cool, right? Plus, you're full of turkey, you're full of tryptophan, right? And you're
Yep.
driving around with your coffee, and you're just like, I mean, the only other thing you would really want to do sometimes would be Christmas lights if people put them out, and it's something to do like while you're driving to where you're going. So it's like a
Yeah.
thing. Oh, look at this house, look at that house. But that's whatever. Traditions are what they are, and we embrace them for how much fun they are, especially when we're with people we don't see much. Right.
Buy
So
one,
like,
get one paper.
right. So it's like I don't know, like, but Office Max may have had some random item that you could get at Walmart, but for some reason they were carrying it. And maybe it was $10 more than, and they knew that they'd grab it quick, they'd get it, and it'd be over with. I don't know, but that'd be fun to
They
try to
had the
figure out.
shredder that I wanted with the crosscut. I had to get it.
Right. Or who knows? You know what I mean? It's probably three business
Staples,
owners.
50% off. Look.
Right. Probably three business owners, right? That were like, well, I need this for my office, my little small business in the house or whatever. So
But
who
could you
knows?
imagine telling that to your family? You don't understand. I have to get online at Office Max now.
Yes. But I
I
mean,
have to
hey,
leave you.
like I didn't even know that Office Max would even be open like at midnight, like
It
most
was.
stores were. That's crazy that I wouldn't know that. I think ours alarm went off again. Is that what's happening? Okay. So I guess we're getting into me being the nerd I am and my fun thing that I always bring to the show, which is statistics and things about Thanksgiving.
Go for
And
it.
I
A
was about
pack of
to
highlighters
roll
for
a 3 pack of
I'm
highlighters
sorry.
for
I'm looking at
150.
Ron's
Listen,
comments.
I know. Listen back in the 1998, right? That would have been maybe a steal,
27 years
right?
ago.
I know. I can't even stand where we're at this point.
I know. I know.
So according to Wallet Hub and FAA and some statistics that I pulled from them, there was
Hmm.
about 81.8, or we might as well call it 82 million people that traveled this year, for
Oh my
which
God.
is like the highest number yet. I think. I mean, the lowest number that I saw in the statistics over the years was the pandemic, because of course nobody could do that.
Right.
So that's not necessarily a fair number, but yeah, 81. So something like 1.2 million took trains, which is, you forget about that, but people do
I've
take trains,
done
and
that. Oh,
you don't like it,
I couldn't do it again. No, I've done it
really.
a couple of times in my life. Not happy with them. Although you're right.
Ron's right. So I think this is what happens when we know we don't have much to talk about, and we know we only have like two topics. We're like, oh, we'll
Yeah,
be fine, and so we just start rolling, and we just talk about whatever, and then we narrow ourselves down to like 10 minutes on the actual topics we have, because we think we have all day, right? And I think we go
basically.
longer on on shows where we think we have all the time in the world. We actually do worse, I think.
Yeah. By the way, JP, I hope you get power back soon, buddy.
Yeah, we missed JP today. So yeah, 73 million hit the roads.
Jeez.
8 million were flying. And that would be you, Ira.
Yep.
But this is the biggest day to travel was Tuesday for most people. That was when the
Yeah.
most people were on the roads and in trains and in planes. That was the biggest, as far as AAA is concerned. That was the biggest day to book the actual trip. Americans traveled most at least 50 miles for Thanksgiving. All right. And yeah, 52,000 flights went out on Tuesday. That was 11/25. So, why would we want to know this? I don't know. I find stuff like this fascinating.
Well, it brings up a different question because more and more people are traveling. Is that because everyone is moving farther away from each other?
So I think so. I mean, if you're a crazy weirdo researcher like me that does like these statistics on migration, I do. I
Yeah.
do. I look at research of migration like over the years,
Wow.
and like what kind of travel people took and why. I mean,
Hmm.
cars came along when suburbia came along,
Right.
and being that we're going into Black Friday and Christmas, this is sort of a related topic. But stores used to be all in the inner cities. That's where they used to be, because people didn't have, they all lived in inner cities, whether it was apartments or whatever the case may be. Suburbia didn't really come around to like 57 and the GI Bill, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on about that. But the suburban thing started to happen in 1957, and that was when cars started to become, when cars were more popular and cheaper. People could travel longer. They didn't care so much to be in the inner city. They wanted to get away from everything, and that's where suburbia was born, right?
Right.
So, in Pleasantville, not that that's a place, but that kind of atmosphere sort of started like in the late 50s. But it, the type of travel people took, and the now it's kind of like I'm watching this. It's very important to me to watch this for the pandemic, just because I find it fascinating where people are going to live now, but that a lot of people are working out of the house. Because if you had to choose, if you have to choose where you can live, and you don't have to live in proximity to your job, what would you do,
Right.
right? And a lot of people, that's now changing again. So we're in the middle of a. So I think that's I to answer your question, I do think a lot of people are traveling further because they have the freedom to maybe live where they want now. Also, home prices are going to be a thing. They are right now. They're
Right.
astronomical right now, and so now people are starting to look for. It's so bad that people are starting to look for like actual states and cities where, regardless of where they are, where houses are cheaper. So sometimes
Makes
migration gets
sense.
forced out because people can't afford to live where they are. They just can't. Like there's parts of California, San Diego. There's parts of
New
Colorado is
York.
like off the charts right now. It used to be
Yeah.
pretty cheap, but because of stuff that happens, and uh, gentrification, and once a place becomes different, can the people that live there afford to live there?
Nope.
So all
They're
that
out.
kind of stuff. Like I said, if you ever have like 2 hours to kill, this stuff is like fantastic to me to sit and watch. And so I think right now there's going to be migration back into the cities, I think, for apartments for all these old office buildings that are empty, because that's what's happening right now.
Oh,
That
there's
I
a
think they're
difference.
going to redo them. If you live on Rhode Island, and Ron does, the Superman building is proof of that. That's pretty much one of those type of buildings in inner city that used to be a huge building that had a ton of offices
Right.
that like just became abandoned. And all these buildings they're too big sometimes to renovate, but they're also historical. And so a lot of
Oh,
cities are like, what do
that's
we
fun.
do? Do we, we can't really, we don't want to knock it down because it's part of the skyline, or we can't because we're not allowed to. But it's millions and millions of dollars to start from the bottom. And the longer it sits there, the worse it gets and it becomes a hazard and all that. Right. So,
We used to
uh,
talk about, remember, taking old abandoned malls and turning them
yeah.
into apartments.
So that's going to also kind of happen. However, if you're like I said, I've had this conversation with my girls in my group, and we're all weirdo nerds, like I said, and we just sit and project things like that. And it's like if you did do that, that'd be great, but there would have to be upkeep. There would have to be
Yep.
electricity. There would have to be it had to be mixed use. Mixed use is the best thing to do for cities, and I think a lot of them are doing it now, where they're taking big buildings that used to be office buildings and they're making them part apartments, part hotel rooms, part stores, so
Perfect.
that um, a bunch of different people come together like a quilt work and keep the building going for different reasons. And if you have a store, there's a place called the Arcade downtown, and Ron will know about this too. Uh, I think it's the first like store or mall or whatever you want to call it in the country. But they
Wow.
changed it to apartments, and all the apartments are on the top floor, the stores on the bottom. But it's almost like one of those things where if you live there, you shop there, you eat there, you don't have to leave the premises. And so a
Isn't
lot of
that like
inner
Google?
cities, huh? What?
Isn't that like when you work at Google or Apple, that they have
I think,
everything for you there,
yeah,
so you
kind
never
of.
have to leave work?
Except I think it's probably a lot more expensive if you don't work at
Hmm.
Google or Apple to do that. But yeah, it's
We're
first
small
mall
in
in
America.
America. Is the we have a lot of firsts in Rhode Island, and I can bring up the White Horse Tavern as that's first restaurant in America too, and that's in Newport. But anyway, so like it's just funny to watch migration and what Americans are doing and where they're moving. And I do think this travel thing is happening the way it is now because so many people are now like not in these like local residential neighborhoods anymore where they used to all see each other.
Yeah.
Everybody is moving to because they're trying to survive,
Yeah.
or their job allows them to live somewhere they don't have to work or whatever. So I mean, yeah, I do believe that a lot of people are traveling more because of that. So we'll see. I don't know.
It sounds like it.
With all the technology, I'm surprised because you can do so much more FaceTiming, and there's so much more virtual accessible stuff that you can do where
Absolutely.
you used to be able to do it, and it's not like you just phone calling like you used to when we were younger. But anyway, yeah, I will survive. We need to be like Gloria. Soon though, the bubble's gonna burst on the houses, so we'll see what people do at that point because it's supposed to be worse housing crisis than the one in 2008. So we will see. Anyway, none of that has to do with my statistics. There he goes again. You gotta shut that alarm off, Ron. So 5 Thanksgiving facts for 2025. The average person spending over the 5-day Thanksgiving
Delete.
period is a what was that? Did I lose you? He was talking. I don't know. I didn't.
Delete.
Uh, he's trying to delete stuff. $235 is an average spending over 5-day Thanksgiving period for most Americans. Of course, it's going to be higher or lower depending on whether they traveled or they didn't. So there's that statistic. Did you want to hear me to tell you that again, or did you miss it, Ira?
Go. No, actually, I could hear you. So
Okay, good. The length of time the average American male would need to spend on the treadmill to burn off the 4,500 calories consumed at the average Thanksgiving meal. That's how long you'd have to be on a treadmill to burn off, or to what do you call it? That's Ron hashtagging delete because Ira kept
yeah.
saying it. Um, so if you wanted to, I don't know what they just said the American male, so adjust that for female. If you're in the gym all the time, you probably can do that math, but you'd have to be on a treadmill for 10 hours, yeah, in order to
No, thank you.
offset is the word I'm looking for, the calories that you consume at Thanksgiving. I don't consume 4,500 calories. I don't know. Are they people that just stuff themselves and go back for 3 plates? Like, I've never really eaten like that. So I don't think I take
Just
in
eat
that
it while you're on
many.
the treadmill. There you go.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
I think most
Uh,
people that are crazy gym people usually just write off Thanksgiving as like, oh, I'll just go back to it tomorrow. Then try to figure it out because it's a lot. But
yeah. Why are they trying to shame us anyway with that? I'm like, okay, there are certain meals and I think this is the biggest. Oh, I'm gonna
mhm,
have a little of everything holiday there
right,
is.
right.
So what? Let us eat it for one day. Forget about it.
No,
You know?
right. I didn't like I said, but I think mostly, and I've been in and out of the gym atmosphere most of my life, and
Yeah.
those people do not. I mean, that's something that they count in as parters that they don't write it off as an off day. They don't miss anything. So they take everything into account, and I think for most people that aren't crazy in the gym, they don't really get that. But I have a lot of friends, and I myself have done it, where it's kind of like, all right, Thanksgiving is nice, and let's enjoy it, but let's not go too crazy.
Hmm.
I don't have whiskey dogs.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, 1.2 billion is the estimated amount Americans will spend on Thanksgiving turkeys each year. This is a sad but true statistic. 46 million turkeys are killed for the holiday. So, uh, not good if you're a turkey. 26
No.
million is the amount of property loss caused by residential building fires each Thanksgiving. And I'm telling you, the holidays are, if you're a true crime person, the holidays are not a good time.
Oh
That's
no.
usually when a lot of crazy stuff happens. And of course, what happened? But Hong Kong broke out with like 4 or 5 buildings that were. I don't know if you were watching this. If you want
No.
to, Hong Kong, they have huge, a bunch of huge buildings. I can't remember the name of the development, but they're these high rises that are all in the middle of Hong Kong, and they 4 or 5, let's probably 5 of them, I think, went up in flames. They
Yeah.
lost, but I'm just saying, yeah, murder suicides are up during the holidays as
Of
well.
course. Yeah.
But
Depression sets in, and that's it. Yeah.
we're following that. My friends and I were following this fire. Like, wow, like what do you even do? Like, you can't get out of there. You can't with these high rises. It's crazy because there's like not much of an escape route. And in Hong Kong, they have those little bamboo, um, uh, what do you call them? They're all over New York.
What you said? Bamboo. I was gonna say there's no bamboo
Yeah,
high
no,
rise.
no,
I know that.
no. They're the scaffolding. They have bamboo
Oh yeah,
scaffolding there,
scaffolding now.
but they
Wait, they
have
have
this.
scaffolding made out of bamboo?
Yes, in Hong Kong, I guess they do that everywhere. And it's not
Wow.
real flammable, but they had this netting over that I guess
Yeah.
was extremely unsafe and flammable. And I don't know
Oh,
how
lovely.
that happened, but that caught fire, and the buildings were close enough to each other that all 4 or 5 of them went up. So
Hey.
something like 4,600 people are displaced, or something like that. It took them 3 days to put those fires out. But
Yeah.
anyway, there's always some crazy thing like that that happens around the holidays. Um, yeah, there you go.
I think he's been watching Rush Hour a little too much.
Maybe. So anyway, so that's how much property loss happens each Thanksgiving, or on an average.
Wait, wait.
71%.
Do you have the one of how many people cause fires by trying to fry their turkey and doing it wrong?
That's I don't have that one, but I'm quite sure that that's wrapped up in this property. I'm sure this has a lot to do with it,
Oh, I'm sure.
or
Yeah.
just people using the kitchen to such an extent that there's so much going in the kitchen that normally isn't. And so many people there that everybody's not keeping track of things and that kind of thing. So anything, candles, windows, and all that stuff that goes on. Share of 71% is a share of people celebrating Thanksgiving who try to avoid having to talk politics at the dinner table, which we're not going to do today. But I don't think that's a high enough number.
I
Uh,
agree with you.
and I will say, as a kid, it was just so weird because as a kid, it wasn't a thing. It just wasn't a thing.
True.
Everybody's preferences were personal and
Hmm.
private as a kid. It was very
Yep.
different. And honestly, I'm not saying that it was right or wrong, and maybe we had a lot of dysfunction as a family as kids, but also we didn't have that going on like that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, I don't know when that changed or why that changed or anything like that, but I don't know if it's better now or was better then. I'm not really sure,
Uh,
but it was very different.
well, look,
So
people will always find something to fight over if they want to.
yeah,
You
of
know.
course, of course. So anyway, this year was the busiest season in 15 years. Let's see. it was supposed to be a lot cheaper this year to buy a meal than it has been in the past. I don't know why.
Hmm.
37% plan to celebrate with their immediate family, while 33% do smaller than usual gatherings. And this was interesting. Sweet potatoes, and yellow sweet onions. The prices have increased significantly, while red
Okay.
potatoes and turkey prices decreased or remain stable. I don't know
Wow.
why. I guess if you're interested in like the actual agriculture of those things, somebody
Ron
can
is
maybe tell.
disputing your claim.
Well, yeah, I know. I saw that in a couple of places, and I didn't go too crazy with it because I didn't think that was true. But it depends on what you buy and where you live and all
I
kinds of. I
guess
don't think
so.
there's
Yeah.
one answer to that question. But 41% is one third of Americans are cutting their budgets by 41% through doing gatherings and potlucks, which is, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
I would love to see like an old grassroots throwback community thing happen. I would like to see something stoke something like that because that's I don't know that maybe I kind of have hippie in me as a kid, but I just think that everybody should just try to figure out a way to get along and understand each other and make sure everybody eats and has
Well, yeah.
somebody
I
somewhere to
mean,
go and
it's
that
a
kind of
huge
thing.
thing,
Right.
but not that many people are going to actually put it into practice. You may
Right.
think it, but
Right.
a
I mean,
lot
I
of
could
people
say
are just
world
like,
peace all I want, but
yeah.
Gen Z is more likely to celebrate with a large group, and baby boomers are more likely to believe hosts should cover the costs, which
Of
I thought was
course.
interesting, but probably true.
Hmm.
Um, Once again, Gen X is left out. It's so funny when I do anything about statistics or generations. Gen X is just like sort of not there. They just skip
That's
right
right.
over. I don't know why that is. It's because we're all outside eating, dirt and drinking from garden hoses, and that we just don't. Our
Because, like they
statistics don't
say,
matter.
we are quiet because nobody wants to wake us up because of f around and find out.
I guess. So I just think that's pretty funny. That for some reason they always skip that. Uh, GLP-1 users and wellness influencers are driving a trend of savor over surplus with a focus on smaller portions and flavor-forward menus, which is
Really?
interesting.
Okay.
Thanksgiving is becoming a season rather than a single day, which kind of
I agree.
yeah. I was trying to figure out. I was trying to think back about how we thought about it when we were kids, and I don't remember. Obviously, it's different because more of our families were around.
True.
So I don't know if it. I guess it was kind of a single day. Like I feel like I look back on it like it was bigger than that, but maybe it wasn't. I couldn't really
Well,
remember.
if you're thinking of other holidays, they
Hmm.
move around the calendar as every January 1st is never going to be the same day of the week, but
Right.
we always know when Thanksgiving is, so you're
Right.
always pretty much have that 4 day weekend if you're
Right.
lucky enough to have it. So I
Right.
guess people finally realized, oh, I have a 4 day weekend. I can do the entire. And you said people travel on Tuesdays, so I
Yeah.
have pretty much an entire week off.
I think so. I mean, I think people will take probably everybody's got whatever they have like in the year for like days that they could take off, right? So a lot of people
Yep.
probably put in for those days like whenever they're ready to the year before or whatever because they know it's always going to be the same. I need Tuesday off, I need Wednesday off, I need Monday off or whatever.
Hmm.
And then they're going to go out of town if they're going to travel. I mean, it makes more sense to travel on Tuesday because you don't want to be travel. Most people do not want to be traveling the day of all of that, just because everything's so
I
much.
did.
But it depends on what you have to do. Now, if you're going to be
Yes.
just showing up somewhere and eating, and you don't have like prep to deal with and all that kind of stuff, it's actually better, I think, to travel on the actual holiday.
Yeah.
So my sister's coming up here. I don't know if my sister is watching or not. If she is, she'll
Okay.
say hi. But if she's coming up here, she'll be here on Christmas Day, and then she'll leave on New Year's Day. Those are the 2 days to travel where I don't know if it's cheaper, but it's definitely easier
It
because
is.
most people are not in the airports those days, or most
Hmm.
people are, so those are just a slower day. But I don't know. Sometimes it depends on what you're doing, but if it might be better to be on the holiday in the airport than it is to try to get in there 2 days before because everybody else is doing the same thing. So Yeah, so they were saying that the average. This is looking ahead on Thanksgiving because I was looking at a few things. They were saying that they thought it was expected to become more affordable this year for Thanksgiving, but specific items. Well, yeah, the Wednesday is a
Flying
nightmare unless you
Wednesday.
do a red
Hmm.
eye. Now, there's nothing wrong with a red eye. It all depends on what kind of money you have and what kind of sleep you feel like getting, and how much do you want to inconvenience people. If you're
Fly private, and you're golden.
right, obviously, we could fly private, you're golden anytime, so it wouldn't even matter. But yeah, it's I don't know. It all depends on what your preferences are, what you have available to you. I don't know if hotels, I guess you could book ahead. I don't know
Oh
how
God,
many. I don't know what hotels are like around those holidays because most people stay with their families, so I'm not
oh, I'm
sure.
sure they gouge. I'm sure
I'm sure they
it's
do
got to be
too.
price
So
surfing.
I don't know. There might be a wait that you could get booked into a hotel, but if you, it depends on when you're actually booking the. Like, it's possible you can maybe get a deal on it months in advance,
Oh,
maybe,
probably.
or a comp or something if you're like somebody who travels for business or whatever. But
Yeah.
anyway, none of that has anything to do with we get Ira and I going off to the left. So yeah, that was basically what they were saying, was that the meal was supposed to be cheaper, but again, it all depends. What do you normally do? Where do you live? Where do you shop?
Yep.
Some things on the plate I think were cheaper to buy, whereas other things were more expensive. So I don't know if it all evened out in the end, but
Possibly.
right. But yeah, so those are just some little statistics about the holiday. I'm not going to go too crazy, but I just wanted to see, as I normally do, with everything, like what's the bell curve on it, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, think about this: 73 million people on the road. Like, what could go wrong? That's just insane to me that in this country
Oh,
that happens. But I don't know. What
I
can I
just
say?
know that driving
Hmm,
home from my job on Tuesday
hmm,
took it usually takes 25 minutes. It took me an hour because there were so many people out there leaving.
yeah,
You know,
just clogging
Tuesday we're
everything
leaving
up.
for the holiday. Yeah.
Clogging up those pipes, man.
Oh God.
Clogging up the railways, clogging up the highways, clogging up even the
Hmm.
main streets and stuff like that, right? Because I went
And
shopping
we're
on
gonna do it all
Tuesday.
again in 20 something days. So
I know. I just this you know no matter where I've ever lived, there's always been a time where I just don't go near the main stores. I don't like shopping. I don't like traffic. I just don't like crowds. I hate all of that. And so there's a point in time where there's certain ways I won't drive from now, and I live near Route 2, which Ron will not that close to Route 2, but close enough that I'm near the malls and all that stuff. So
right.
everybody's going to be at Route 2. So there's certain ways that I'll now go to the highway and come back without going anywhere near the malls and the stores and all that kind of stuff, just because I just hate it. You know what I mean? So it's like I'll go a different way. I'll go
I don't blame you.
back roads. I'll go dirt roads. I'll do whatever I have to do to just avoid all of that until January 2nd. Route 2 is awful. And Route
Mm.
2 in my where I live, it goes through about 3 cities. So,
Oh, so you have all the exits there.
yeah, it starts in like if you're in Rhode Island, it starts like at the edge of Cranston, goes all the way through Cranston and into Warwick, and then all the way through Warwick and into East Greenwich. And it's just store, restaurant. It's just like where everything,
Oh,
car dealerships, everything is
nightmare.
there. And so it's just insanity. You know what I mean? We got a big Haxton's Liquors in the middle of it, so that's nonsense. Everybody's trying to get in and out of there, and car accidents trying to get into the big liquor superstore, trying to get what they got to get. So yeah, I just try to. Um, I get my groceries delivered anyway. I do. I
Oh,
buy
I've
whole.
done that.
Yeah, I buy Whole Foods. They give you free delivery. Like if you buy over
Really?
$25 worth of groceries, they just bring them to your house.
Oh, I
So
gotta check that.
if you're on Prime, yeah, they'll just.
Oh, wow.
So it's just kind of like
And yeah, Ron does too.
yeah, like but I'm not even gonna. It's to for me to go to Whole Foods where we live. That's Garden City, which is another shit show of traffic
Oh,
and
geez.
stores and restaurants. So yeah, it's just kind of like nope, bring it to me. That's
Huh,
okay.
that's
Yeah.
kind of weird. I mean, we spent all that time saying that, well, because of computers,
Mhm.
everybody orders online, so nobody needs to go out. Well, then where are these people going?
Some people I think like, and I get it. I have friends that they like to walk into a store, they like to feel things, they like to look at
I
things,
have
they like to
friends like that. Yeah.
there's a whole thing about that they miss when they do online shopping. Plus, you get less returns.
Yes.
There are times where I go to a store to get something because I know if it doesn't work, it doesn't. I don't want to put it in a package. I don't want to send it back. I will keep stuff. I'm notorious for keeping stuff that was wrong because I don't want to send it. I just took the hassle of sending it back. It's like
It is a pain in the ass.
I just assume buy another one and call it a day. But depends on what it is. If it's a big enough item, like stuff for my yard or whatever, like I just bought, a weed whacker and like a leaf blower, that kind of stuff. I don't want to buy it online and then have to figure it out. I'd rather just go back to the store I got it and go, hey, this sucks, and they just give me another one, and that's it. I don't want to. It's a pain, but sometimes I think shopping in stores is better. And some people they like these I could call them treasure hunt, where they go out for a Saturday
Yeah.
and it's like there's breakfast built in, there's lunch built in, and they're just in the car all day. They're going to this store, they're going to that store, just looking for deals. And it's like an outing for them, which I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine that, but some people
Yeah.
do this on a Saturday or Sunday. That's their day, and they
I
do
have a
this with their
friend
families.
who, just like you said, he's got to be able to hold. He's into books and DVDs and
Hmm.
vintage clothing. And
Hmm.
on a Saturday, it's don't bother me. I'm going out and I'm going to 5 different places and
Yep,
see what
I
I can
get.
find. And
I mean, I get because I like bookstores. It depends. I like bookstores, and I like I don't know where you would. I guess there's sections of DVDs. You used to be able to go to a store and that was all they did. Now
yes,
it's a little different, but I do like going in
hi
to
Jake.
places and flipping through. Good morning, Jake. For different types of things that like I electronics, or if I go to a Best Buy, that's probably one of the places I love being. I just don't like. My problem is not the store. My problem is the people in the store. My problem is there are other people in places. And so I have friends I work with, and they're like, "I'm gonna go to this movie over Thanksgiving," and I'm like, "Don't people go to movie theaters? Like, you're gonna see people there. Like, yeah, I know, but it's okay." So like, okay, that's why I don't do that. You know what I mean? Unless it's a matinee on a Sunday.
Oh, you're gonna hate my story when it comes
Oh
out.
boy! Also, for anybody who's any interested, we're going to see The Shining in IMAX, and I can't wait to see that.
Oh, really? When is that?
It's gonna be in Boston, which is gonna be a nightmare to drive in park.
Right.
We had to get our parking in advance because Boston is crazy. So we had to book some
Hmm.
parking garage in advance. So
Is
yeah,
that everywhere, or is that
no,
just?
Boston just doesn't have parking garage. They don't have like parking lots.
No, I
Like,
meant The Shining. I'm sorry, I didn't.
oh yeah, 12th, 13th, and 14th. I don't know if it's more than one weekend, but they're doing IMAX
On.
shows all over. We have one in Providence, but for some reason they weren't running it. But
I
yeah, they're
gotta look that up.
yeah, because I can't my a friend of mine got a hold of me and was just like, is this like something that interests you? And I'm like, only if you want to go too. So we booked it all and we got it paid for. We got our tickets and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna be driving up to
Oh, that's
Boston on a
awesome.
Sunday. But I can't wait. I'm more interested. Of course, I've seen the sign just shining like 300,000 times, right? But this is
Yes,
like how to technically this is going to be fascinating to me. Like, how are they going to do this? What are they gonna? How did the film get changed, or what did they
I
add? Or
want to
like,
see that too.
I'm so excited about that. So yeah. Anyway, it's my big holiday
Uh,
people in the theater thing that I'm doing. But anyway, yeah, that's it. That's your Thanksgiving recap. And are we now moving on to Christmas?
we're moving on. Well, we're moving on to. I will call it the holiday season. How's that?
Okay. It's the
Even though
holiday
all
season. What's
the
that song?
stores already switched everything over.
Oh
You
God.
can't walk into a store without seeing Christmas
Can I
stuff
just
now
say I'm surprised
everywhere.
Target is actually still running. They're having a hard time right now. Aren't
Really?
they? I don't know, maybe
Uh,
where you guys are it's not so bad, or maybe in New York, but they've been like there's been some like they numbers have come down. The people have stopped shopping there for different reasons.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They were boycotted for a while, so it looked like their
Yeah,
numbers were
yeah,
going to
for
be
a
bad.
while, but I think people forget they have short memories why they were boycotting, and
Maybe.
I know, but
Yeah. Yeah.
here we go. Like it says, Target's being extra nice this holiday because they've implemented new policies which are forcing that's the key word there employees
Yeah.
to engage with customers
Ugh.
for the holiday season. Now, as you said, and you put it so eloquently before, people. Yeah,
Mhm.
you don't want to be
If you're in
around them.
retail though, like if you're in retail, you're like in the mouth of the beast. I mean, you've got no choice. Like you must enjoy retail if you're in it. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I used to work in retail and it is a nightmare. Okay,
I used
so
to do it every holiday season for
yeah.
extra money,
Hmm.
and yeah, I used to joke around with my coworkers like this place would be great if it weren't for all the customers.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The customer's always right thing is off the charts. It's
Oh
ridiculous.
my god.
Anyway, go
Uh,
ahead.
in an attempt to elevate the shopping experience, Target has decided that patrons, sorry, uh, should make their customers feel truly appreciated this holiday season. So, how are they going to do that? For me, it would just be, hey, I need to find this sweater. Oh, it's over there. That would be perfect if they actually knew the store. That's
Right,
all I want to know.
right.
But no. So, if you are a customer
Hmm.
and you are within 10 feet of an employee, the employee must smile, make eye count on pardon me, I can't speak, make eye contact with you and wave at you. I mean, stranger
On behalf
danger?
of all of the and on behalf of all the introverts out there, don't go to Target for this. Just don't go in there. That's our worst nightmare. Like we want to
Oh,
be we just want to be left alone in a store.
that's what I'm thinking. You
Like I don't
go
want it
there
to
to
be like a
shop.
like you're walking into a car dealership. Well, what's the difference? It's like that where they're just harassing you. I'm almost, not exactly, but anyway.
You know what? If they walked up to me with a tray and go, "Would you like to try some of? I have a drink. I have some food for you."
Ron's
Then
gonna go today and test them. All right, Ron. We want a full report on this.
well,
This
Ron,
yeah.
then you have to tempt it. You have to test it a little further because that's 10 feet away.
Oh
If
boy.
you are within 4 feet, they must personally greet you and initiate friendly conversation with you. Hi, so you're out for Christmas today. Oh, can I help you with anything?
This is a I think, in my opinion, without going too crazy,
Go.
I think so they were all pulled into the break room at some point or in the whatever that is, and they're trying to do damage. This sounds like damage control to me. It
It
really
could
does.
be.
Maybe they think this is it isn't, but maybe this is in their minds. This is a good way to counteract what's happening. Maybe they don't know why they're losing numbers.
Oh,
I don't know, but anyway, woof. This sounds horrible.
like I always say, people in suits make decisions for the rest of us who have no idea how people think. Like you
Ron,
said,
yeah,
even if you're not just an introvert, I'm an extrovert and I will talk to anybody. But if I'm going shopping, I really just want to go in, get what I want, and get out.
yes, yes.
So
Like, yeah, I think this is not. So I think that the store changed. The store has changed for us in like this day and age. It's not like it was when we were younger, where there was almost an exchange that had to be done. There was almost an
yes,
interaction that had to happen before, like online and all that. So people had like less uh impatience about stuff like that years ago. I think now people don't want. I don't think people want that. Like I said, I think it's tone deaf. I don't think people want it. But anyway, I'm so sorry. Tell me the rest of it because there's more to this, right?
well, actually, that is the rest were just Target employees who
Hmm.
were up in arms, going, "You want me to what? You want me to wave at people? You want me? This is
Yeah,
insane!" And then customers pretty much saying, "This is not what we want either."
right. Like nobody. What? What is that? I don't know.
It would become a store that I wouldn't want to go to. But the
Bring
more I
back
was thinking
Undercover
about it,
Boss. Bring back Undercover Boss is all I have to say. Somebody make that show
that
and bring
works.
these people back again because they have
I agree.
lost
I
touch with their
agree.
customers and their employees in a lot of
But
stores.
so waving sounds. Hi, Ron. How are you, Ron?
Yeah. Oh my God. Ugh. Yeah.
Now, what I'm thinking,
Hmm.
actually, like I said, I've worked in retail. You've worked in retail,
Ron's worked in retail
and
14 years, he said.
in 14 years, so we
Yeah.
are of a certain generation, as we always say,
Yeah.
that we were smart enough that you're sitting there doing your job, and if somebody walks up to you and says, "Excuse me, can you help me?" then you smile at them and you
Yeah.
go, "Oh, thank you. How can I help you? What can I do for you?" But now you have these kids who
Mhm.
don't want to be bothered with working. So I think this policy is sort of like, "Hey, I know you're not going to do this unless I tell you to do it, so do it."
Okay, well, being cynical like I am, which is my
Yes.
personality, everybody loves me for that so much. Are they shaking a tree?
Go right ahead. Sorry,
Are
go
they
ahead.
are they shaking? Are they trying to shake the tree?
Hmm.
I think that's what they're trying to do.
They're cleaning up around here.
What's? Oh, okay. No, no. I'm asking if Target is trying to shake the tree,
Oh, it's very possible. I
meaning
I I
you're
like
going
Ron's
to
comment
like. Here's a
though.
bunch of new things. Yeah, I'm so good I could be nice to them while mocking them. Well,
While mocking
so
them, yeah.
um, I do this for work, regardless of where I'm at, and I've always done this.
Right.
Passive aggressive, like syrupy, whatever you say, sir. Like knowing it's full well
Hmm.
making it sarcastic, but just not enough for them to get it.
Right.
Right, because that helps you as an employee. As I'm sorry, it's probably not something that employers want to hear. It's probably not something that customers want to hear.
Right.
But it will, if you're in retail, that will save you from like wanting to drink on the job, wanting to drive your car into a bridge, wanting
Can I
to
vape on
because
the job then?
you can't do that, but it's like it will give you some sort of because you get really I can't imagine how it is today because when I was young it was awful then. I can't see
Yeah.
that it got any better. So I wonder if they're trying to shake the tree like, here's a loose idea of what we want from you.
No, Ron.
Wrong channel, Ron.
Yep.
Wrong channel. So is it gonna be the kind of thing where later on there's gonna be repercussions for the people that don't fall in line? And Target is losing money, so them trying to come up with a reason for employees to no longer be there
Yeah.
won't be too far fetched. If
Ugh.
they now, I don't know. I'm throwing out ideas.
No,
Just because
I
I've been
just
in
keep hearing
retail and
that.
I've seen that they can't they maybe are under the gun where they can't do stuff outright.
Right.
But if they put something in place that they know their employees don't want to do and can't do, I mean, right now, Gen
But
Z,
again, it's the customers don't want it
right,
either.
right. I know. I don't. So
That's what
yeah,
you should be thinking about. What do customers want? They
I,
don't want you being invasive
if you are a
in their space.
customer for Target, this is what I recommend. I recommend that you review Target and you tell them, go to the top, tag them, take a video, tag them. You can do this on social media now
Yeah.
and say, what is this nonsense? I am a customer of Target. I want people to talk to me if I feel like being talked to. I don't like this. This is
Hmm.
disrupting I'm going to stop shopping here. Like if that's how you feel about it as a customer, if they don't like it, they should complain and they should complain hard and often and everywhere. So that Target understands that they're just I don't know why they're implementing this on customers that don't want it. These are people that I don't so I do watch a channel of people who review these companies.
Really?
This
Okay.
person, yeah, it's I'll share it with you later, but it's just like let's say I'll use Red Lobster as an example because Red
Okay.
Lobster went back and forth with so many different things, and so
Yeah.
it's just a channel that reviews okay, here's this business, here's where it was created, here's the people who founded it, here's how long it's been in business, and here's the changes they've made, here's the
Oh.
logos they've changed, here's their sales for this particular section, or here's how whatever, here's how much money they put into stores, here's their uh, they got what do you call it, a buyout whenever they did a buyout with like um for stocks or all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then in the end, like some of these places could not be saved. One, because their portfolio was they did something in their portfolio that didn't make sense. uh Maybe they opened too many stores too fast and
Oh
then they
yeah, that happens
saturated
a
the
lot.
market, or they decided that they were going to renovate all of their stores, and they renovated them to be so dull that people stopped coming in or whatever. They cover all of that. And so I'm waiting on the Target video. I think there's already one from before, but that's when a company starts to get into a position where they're seeing sales go bad. CEOs start turning over. They start firing and hiring and firing and hiring, and CEOs start coming and going. And each CEO comes in with an idea, and they grasp, okay, that sounds like a good idea. I don't know. We don't know what to do. The ship is going down. And so I think right now, Target could revamp this and make it into a thing. I think them doing this is, I think, a desperate attempt to try to save the company from where it was. And I think that they're so worried about it that they're not asking anybody involved what they want to do, what they think the customer wants, what they think the employee wants. Like they're going, this is what we're doing, and we don't care. I don't know. Like I said, there's so many different companies that have done that in the past that have done that based off of no focus group whatsoever.
I think Ron was right before. The answer: secret shoppers, sending people in. This is what I found. This is what we like and don't like. Well, then why aren't they reporting back the truth? Because they're going in the opposite direction of what we want.
Secret shoppers they're looking to save money. They're losing money. So I think secret shoppers are going to cost them money. You have to pay those people. So
yeah,
they don't want to do it. They think it's a waste of money. I don't really know. All I can tell you is whatever they're getting for feedback is absolutely wrong. And they're going to put their company in the ground trying to save it. And like I said, I've seen, I don't know, 50, 20 different companies, the histories of those companies that did this at the end because they were just trying to save it. And they just threw good money after bad or whatever it was that they did in the end to let's talk about Blockbuster if we want to talk about stores that are trying to save themselves.
Well,
there's a good example
but Blockbuster
right there.
was technology took care of them.
It was, but they did have. There was a time where Blockbuster could have not charged people so much on fees. They could have not lived off the fees that they were charging. So there's things that they were doing in their whatever daily portfolio that, like, in the first place, that made them a lot of money up front, but in the end, cost them customers, cost them stores, cost them. So I don't know. Let's look at the Target portfolio and say, well, okay. Right now, they have a choice to make, and sometimes these customers make radical choices, and they happen to work.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they make radical choices, and it puts them further in debt and further into the ground. And in my opinion, if that's what they're going to do with this.
Oh, this is going to backfire badly if it happens. First of all, you who's going to monitor this? Because if I'm an employee there, and I really don't want to do this.
The managers will.
But the manager can't possibly watch, all 20 employees in their area,
In retail, they probably were told to do it and figure it out because that's how management in retail will talk to you. I don't know what to tell you. You guys figure that out. That's not our problem. This is what we want.
That's why I always hated management there.
Yeah.
Yes, they can.
I don't know. It depends on how many people are in the stores, how much money they're making. I mean, if it's dead enough, they probably have all day long to watch what the employees are doing.
While you were talking about that and you used Red Lobster as an example, the only thing I could really think of truly was Boston Market, which, it was Boston Chicken, and Boston Market started out like a house of fire. Everybody loved it.
Yep.
It was good food, good portions, and the quality was good. And then slowly...
I think they say rotisserie chickens in grocery stores is what killed them,
That's very possible because that
was a big part.
I know I buy them.
Right. You would just, if you're going to go to Boston Market, then two things. The same thing that killed Payless, in the sense that people were already, if all the stores that saw Payless doing well decided to put a shoe section in, which they did, Walmart, Target, what these stores,
Macy's has.
It would make no sense for most people to leave the store they're in and then go to a different store. They were trying to just get the convenience. So I think for Boston Market, the convenience of being in a supermarket already and getting a rotisserie chicken while you're already there shopping was really a captive audience that killed Boston Market. That's what they say. And then, of course, why would you leave there, then go to Boston Market, then spend however much money. Because of course, if you put it in a grocery store, you can get it cheaper right there for bulk
Right.
and all that. So like that's what they say. I think killed Boston Market mostly is people could
Oh,
just buy rotisserie chickens while they were shopping, and
and there you go. They eliminated pennies. They should just penny change their name.
what's just penny? You
Oh,
talking about J.C. Penney?
it's,
J.C. Penney's already gone, so that can't be what he means. 'Cause that's not
yeah.
a thing anymore. I don't know.
Oh well, we'll get there.
So yeah.
So,
Anyway, that I think that this is their desperate attempt to save the ship, and we're gonna see how it goes. But I think
oh,
that's where they're at in there. Somebody got yelled at for something and were told they had to come up with something,
well,
and
usually it's
this
just
is their
this.
thing.
We're going to go send everybody into training again, and you all have to take the class, and this
I
is
wonder
how
if
you
that's
deal with people.
maybe that they did take a class. Maybe I don't know. Again, that's more employee time off the
Yeah.
floor, and that's more money.
Oh,
So I don't know. I don't know how they did that, but
I
we'll
hated
see
that.
how it turns out. I don't know. I think
Next year,
it's
we're doing a story about how Target needs to rebound because this was a disaster. Then we'll know. Or if it works and we're totally wrong and people love it, I don't know.
right, right.
Desperation move to keep brick and mortar. Yeah, it kind of is.
I mean,
Uh,
when you
Brick
look
and
at it, the
mortar is
other
not
thing that
built to
yeah,
last.
the other thing that killed Target was they used to be anchor stores, and that's another problem for them. Is that they used to be attached to a mall, and
Yes.
uh, it's a good thing that they started to do standalone stuff earlier than most stores did, like
Hmm.
Macy's and things like that. So they kind of rebounded in that way that they had stores that were just in strip malls by themselves and not attached to some.
Yes.
But that's another
Pardon me.
thing that I think started off their decline, their descent.
The, the
So
descent into madness has begun. Yes.
right. So I mean,
But
this is the Christmas season. If they can't pull it together now, they ain't never gonna do it.
that's right. There's a reason why it's
So
called Black Friday. Let's see who's going to pull themselves out and go
also,
into the black.
did you
And
ever feel like there were times and places for things that didn't work anymore for the era we were in just have to go, and there's
I'm
no,
sure.
you know what I mean? Like I'm sure if
Do
you're
you have an
working for
example?
Target, huh?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I said, do you have an example?
No, meaning we were just talking about malls, so I'll just go with malls. I mean, there were
Oh,
restaurants that malls carried. Sparrow. Uh,
yes.
maybe I'm trying to think of some of those
I
restaurants
think
that
you
we
hit the number
knew.
one right there.
Probably Sbarro. That was not. They tried to do that outside of a mall when the malls were big, and that didn't go very well. I think they were trying to do
I've never
standalones
seen a
then.
Sparrow outside of a mall.
I've never either, but I heard in some parts of the country that I don't know if they did it as like a test thing or whatever it was, where they
Probably.
just put a Sparrow here or there, but like people expected Sparrow in the mall and they wanted it in the mall, and it was just
Yeah.
something that went with malls. So when malls started to go downhill, like Sparrow just was not going to be able to. They had to go down with the mall. They had no choice. But if you worked there, I'm
Absolutely.
sure you were like, "How do we do this? What do we do?" Like I'm sure they went crazy trying to figure out places how to survive when the mall went under, right? But they just had like no choice. It was just something that was part of that
Oh,
era, and like that's it, right? Because think
there are
about it.
so many stores, yeah,
I love
that were
Sparrow,
just
but like
associated with the mall.
I love Sparrow, but like of course there's a whole channel. Like I said, I'm gonna send it to you. There's a whole channel on or a whole show on Sparrow and the whole
On how
thing.
they went downhill.
But did you? They said this. They were like, when you went to Sparrow, wasn't it like you were in the mall and then you said, "Oh, I want Sparrow because I'm in the mall." But if you were
Yes.
sitting at home, you never thought of it.
No.
Right? You never said, I want to go to Sparrow. Like I have a Sparrow craving. Like if you sat at home, you would have a Papa
Oh,
Gino's craving, or you would have a Pizza Hut craving, or something like that. But like it only dawned on you to go there, and it only made you want to go there. That like it was like a programming in your brain that you were in the
right.
mall. So then you sought it out. Plus, their food. I loved Sparrow, but their food was not extraordinary.
No, and it was too expensive.
Right. It was kind of like it was convenient. You were walking by it. You were
Hmm.
hungry, and it was easier than going outside and getting in your car. So they made so much money on people just like on foot traffic, right? That they couldn't get any other way. So I don't know. I just thought that was an
Yeah,
interesting.
you notice that McDonald's or haven't been to really malls in a long time,
Mhm.
but the last time I've been there, there's no McDonald's in a mall anymore because they know, oh, you want McDonald's? Like you said, you get that craving. I'll drive.
I
I'll
think
go
once in
wherever
a
I need to
while,
go.
and Ron can correct me on this because I don't remember. I don't remember like a maybe when in the 70s they did that. I don't remember McDonald's being in malls that much.
They used to be. I know they used
But
to be, but
I don't know. Like we had McDonald's that were standalones from back when since I was a kid, from the 60s or
oh,
whatever. And so I remember them opening those little. A lot of malls would get those little. Yeah, I never knew any of that were, but I could have
oh,
sworn
they
maybe.
they had them here. Yeah,
I'm wondering if maybe they did like those little teeny quick
pop
centers that,
ups.
yeah, like little pop-up McDonald's where they had like not the whole menu but something that sold if you went to a mall or whatever, they would just carry that product and you would walk
No,
up and
they were
order it,
fun.
but like you would just sit down in the regular food court. I'm wondering if they put maybe a couple of those in a mall maybe once or
No, we have
twice.
we have a Wendy's also in a food court here, and
That's interesting.
here
Most
I'm
of us
not
have
here,
like
not home.
we have Johnny Rockets in malls here. We have those.
We have them. Yeah.
Um
There was a Nathan's when they
yeah.
were around. I used to love that.
So Johnny
Uh,
Rockets, Soul Rights. What was the Chinese food they had in the mall? There's a Chinese brand that they had in
Panda
malls here.
Express.
Maybe it was Panda Express. Panda Express they were able to stand alone. They
They have
did do
restaurants.
something
Yeah,
with that, and it
they
worked.
did.
Unless they were already standalone and they moved in. I never knew Panda Expresses outside of a
It
mall, so
could
I don't
be.
know. Anyway, Orange Julius. There was places like that
Oh,
Auntie Anne's. You mentioned Auntie Anne's
yes,
pretzels. Those
Cinnabon.
are those are all Cinnabon. Those are all internal mall brands that like never were gonna be outside of a mall. That were never
Yeah,
gonna, you know. Ruby Thai
Ruby
Kitchen.
Thai Kitchen.
The only thing I can remember we had in malls that was outside was something. There were a couple of these like local. There was a place called the Brass Ring. There was a place called. There were these like almost like sit down steak restaurants that we used to have sometimes. York Steakhouse was one of
Sizzlers.
them. No, no, we didn't have Sizzlers here, but we had a York
Okay,
Steakhouse. I don't know if you remember those
I
because
don't know that one.
those were standalones, but you also had those in malls. And then we had like we did have Fridays, I think,
They
in
just
one
closed the
of our
ones by
malls.
me. So
I think we had Fridays up in Attleboro, that was inside a mall. I don't know, and we had Ruby Tuesdays in malls.
I'd love to hear
Once a
like Becky's version of what they have up there.
what of what? Oh, Becky's,
Becky's
yeah.
version of the restaurants in the malls in Canada.
Definitely. But I mean, who knows how many malls are I don't know. What's crazy to me is Kmart and how Australia has got tons of them. Did you know that? That Kmart exists in Australia and it's like this huge brand
Really?
and we don't
Oh
have any
wow.
here. Like we've closed them all down,
No,
but
they
they
closed
have
them all.
Kmart's. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. I
Uh,
just think it's funny. I think
well,
Guam
it's one
has
place you
one.
won't be shopping.
I know. Yeah. So anyway, that was a fun Thanksgiving into Christmas discussion. Was there any more
Yes.
of the Target stuff?
No, that's pretty much it. And you know what? I think that's it for today's show.
That's good.
So, on behalf of Lane and myself, I want to thank you very much for giving us some time. Tomorrow, it's
Mhm.
going to be Ron and Kenny, and they are starting Dog Week. So, that should be interesting because we all have,
We
I,
all
I
do.
think all of us have dogs.
Yeah. Ron has one. You have one. I have one. I don't know about everybody like in our circle, in our little going on
I know
daily. I don't
Becky
know.
has one, JP has one. If you love dogs, tune in. And if you don't, you'll learn about dogs
There you
because
go.
we're great, right? we already
That's right.
learned at the beginning of the show. People like us, so
Yes.
we're
What
fun.
is it? What was it? The Stuart Smalley thing?
God darn it, doggone
Gosh
it, people!
darn it!
I'm good enough.
People
I'm
like us.
smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Yes. So there we
Why do
go.
I know all these
I
things?
don't know, but see how I just pulled it right out of your brain.
I quoted HR Puffin stuff last night, and they were like, and everyone knew what I was talking about.
That's so crazy. Stuff that will never
Oh,
escape our minds that just got
yes.
buried in there.
Ron just put up something very important for us that I skipped. Lena, you want to plug any projects?
Oh, so I have an upcoming project again. I don't know. We're working on the name. I believe it's going to be something like Melodious Life or
Ooh,
something like that. Music and Life, something like that. But anyway, yeah, I have a
interesting.
new podcast partner. We're working on it. We haven't gotten it up and running yet, and all of our stuff hasn't even been done yet. But follow Going on Daily or follow me on Facebook, and you'll find me when we do launch and all that. We'll get it. We're still not completely done yet, so. But it's
You
nice
want to
to
make
know
it
we have
right
something
before the
coming.
premiere.
Yeah.
That's right. I have the Circling the Drain podcast. Ron has the YouTube channel. Watch it. It's at CTD Podcast. But if you just Google Circling the Drain podcast, you will find us. Enjoy that show. I hope you enjoyed us today. We're going to, like I said, Ron and Kenny are going to be here tomorrow, so you will have fun with them. And be sure to join us again
Oh,
because,
before we go,
yes,
Whamageddon is December 1st. Get ready. That's all I'm gonna
I
say.
always wonder when it starts. Okay,
Yes.
I'm in. And if you
All
don't
right.
know, you know what? We will explain that
Just
next
Google
week.
it. Yeah, it's easy
Yeah,
enough.
Whamageddon. Woo!
What were you
But
saying?
we've
Sorry.
got it going on daily. So enjoy. Bye, guys.
Have a good day.